And here's Cleveland. So on the floor for Cleveland, Matthew Dellavedova is out there with Mo Williams. Then it's James Jones. Then it's Mozgov. And it's Cowan in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. The 76ers didn't lie to themselves about last season, Greg. They knew they weren't going to be in the playoffs. They spent a lot of time last season developing their young players.
Yeah, exactly. And listen, the third straight year the Sixers would miss the playoffs. But as you said, Kevin, they knew what the season had in store. The key was, could they keep those young guys focused on growth and experience and not get caught up in the fact that they struggled to win games.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Thomas checked in for Matthew Dellavedova, and it's LeBron in for Williams. Marshall with it, working on James. In transition, here come the Cavaliers. Rebound by Marshall.
And it's clear for the Sixers, the plan has been to continue to add good young players. Eventually, I think they'll be a force in the East. There's no guarantee, but they've got a plan and they're sticking to it.
Screen by Grant. Down low. Hangs. Mozgov with the block. And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession. Here's Stauskas.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
A lot of teams that win a title often have a former #1 pick leading the way, or at least a top 3 NBA draft pick as their leader. So the 76ers are trying a shotgun approach to that, trying to get as many top 3 picks as they can, hoping one turns into the next superstar.
The dish to Thomas. About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. Shoots from 12. And Cleveland again with the bucket. The 76ers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. And there's the call on James. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Well, the game's getting bigger, going international. But at least in the U.S., it really seems the game is going indoors. Back in the day, the legends of the game still played on the blacktop. That's becoming a thing of the past.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Landry's checked in. Stauskas' shot is off. Cleveland's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. Outside Thomas. Jacks up a 3. And another 3 for Cleveland. And speaking, Clark, of playground basketball, why do you think that is, that the players are going indoors?
Well, I think one reason is playing on hardwood is nicer. It's easier on your joints and safer overall. The game has changed and it's big business now, but there are still plenty of weekend warriors who get their hoop on outside.
Mozgov passes to Thomas for the 3. There's the bucket. Good.
Man, they came out smoking here from beyond.
And Greg, as hot as they are from out there, absolutely no reason at all not to just keep letting them fly.
Marshall inside the three-point line. Jump shot is good. Marshall's got 4 points now in the quarter. Cleveland with the ball. They're on a 14-4 run right now. Outside Thomas. Here's the floater. And it's good on the way in.
Guys, that time he went for the fancy finish for us there, man. That was sweet.
The 76ers have gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. LeBron kicks to Thomas, and he uses both hands to jam it in.
Now this is just getting ridiculous. They can't possibly keep this up.
Can't remember the last time they missed one. Remarkable shooting here.
Now, here's Marshall. James covering. Passes it to Thompson for the 3. Oh, he got hacked on the three-pointer. Go ahead to the line.
And around the NBA, there are some who want to redo how the NBA lottery works. They feel it punishes teams for trying at the end of the season and instead rewards others who maybe aren't doing as well.
You know, Clark, losing teams handling losing with an eye to the field. Future. It's a slippery slope and a very tough situation, not only for teams, but the league to try to figure out and rule on.
Yeah, exactly, Kevin. Well said, and I'm not sure what the answer is. I kind of like where we are with the lottery system, but it's something to reevaluate. I don't think it needs to be tinkered with at this point.
Timeout called, Cleveland. For the Cavaliers, Thomas checked in for Matthew Dellavedova, and it's LeBron in for Williams. LeBron kicks to Jones. Back to James. Pass to Thomas. 6 on the shot clock. A 3-ball, and it's good.
They've gotten a bunch of good looks and have been absolutely lethal from behind the three-point line.
Yeah, defensively, you have got to close out and contest. Even if it opens up some driving lanes, you can't. And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
That Kia Slam Cam replay really gave you a good look at the action. He has a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
Yeah,
wow.
that could very well be a contender for Dunk of the Year and perhaps might make its way all over the internet.
I tell you what, that is the crowd pleaser of all crowd pleasers. Wow, risky shot there size-wise, but the incredible skill that he possesses allows that one to go.
Well, the quick high release negated any height disadvantage he had right there.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Cleveland.
But, Steve, you know, you don't see this kind of a blowout often. But tonight, this is a quality win across the board to deliver out Clark this kind of punishment.
Well, you know what? I thought they did a nice job of playing against the game. They kept the pressure on and clearly were dominant in every area.
And during the long NBA season, each contest important here tonight. Tonight's win will give them 4 on the season.
In what should be an exciting 4-game season series between these two teams, they have to feel great about taking this first one tonight against the 76ers.
And beyond the actual result of this game, fans are going to look back and see this was just a monstrous performance for Thomas. He affected the game so much with the way he was able to come out and get steals and extra possessions for his team.
3-pointer, another 3 for Cleveland.
Just look at how quickly the lead has grown here over the last few possessions.
Clear case here, partner, of saving their best for last. Quite a run.
The screen from Thompson. 76ers moving the ball around. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Thomas against Thompson. Thomas goes in. Double team on Thomas. He dishes it to Jefferson. Thomas against Thompson. Lets it fly. And again, it's Cleveland.
And really no better feeling than to go on the road and play this well and get the win.
Yeah, it's always a good win when you play the kind of game they have played tonight. I mean, especially, though, when you get it done on the road. That's a special, special feeling there.
So we see the Cavaliers taking the win here. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
Thank you for joining us.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Welcome back, everybody. This is Ernie Johnson. Got Shaquille O'Neal, got Kenny the Jet Smith. Without further ado, let's take a look at our Jordan Player of the Game. An absolutely astounding and historic night for him here in this game. He was simply unstoppable in what can only be described as a masterful performance.
There was nothing they could do to slow him down, Ernie. Man, you go into a building on the road and completely control the action like he did. Only a few players could do that, Ernie. I'm impressed.
What can you say about the show he put on tonight? That was simply basketball greatness. You hardly get a player that gets that focused, that determined. He did the work of 3 players out there tonight and got the points to prove it.
And that wraps things up, folks. Thanks for joining us. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the rest of the 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. Good night, everybody.